What's up, guys? So I wanted to share this and I wanted to put it on YouTube. Something that I came across in the book of Judges. So in the book of Judges, you have readings about these kings who ruled over the people of Israel. Some of them bad, some of them good. Well, anyways, there's times where in the book of Judges where and I'm still reading the book of Judges, by the way. But anyways, there are times when the city of Israel, they would fall into sin. They would worship idols. They would just do things that weren't pleasing to God. So what did God do? Well, God gave them to another nation, and that was His punishment to His children. To teach them a lesson. Now, every time they will go into oppression by another nation, they would call out to God after being oppressed by so many years, and God would deliver them back. He would send, an individual to go and rescue them, whatever. He would work his way of the people being delivered from that nation. Now, the point that I want to get across is, why not just wipe out those people? Now, again, you go back into the Old Testament, that's exactly what He did with those people who are, when the children of Israel, when they were roaming around in the wilderness for 40 years, that's exactly what He did with Moses and with Joshua. He completely wiped them out. Now, He did leave behind a certain amount of nations. They were, that were wicked, of course, that were doing their own thing. And but why not? Okay, so if the people of Israel were God's chosen people, why not just wipe out the rest of the civilization, so that they can not fall into sin, and not even being introduced with sin? Why not just wipe them out? And you just have you would have your children of Israel, serving you, going through the law, doing the ceremonial cleansing, the sacrifices, burnt offerings, all that, So why not wipe them out? Well, you have to understand the cross of Jesus Christ. You have to understand, the Old Testament and the New Testament. What happened? Well, God died for all nations. That just shows you that, God is love. As the book of, the epistles in the Bible, where 1 John, God is love. So He doesn't just want one nation. He wants all nations. He gave, when it started salvation, came to the Jews first, and then it went to, to Gentiles. He had the apostle Paul, I believe, preached the gospel to the Gentiles. So that just astounds me that, about that finding. It would just be so simple. God, with a snap of a finger, wipe them all out, and then, everything would be good. They wouldn't, fall into sin. Not that, I don't recall, again, guys, I don't know the Bible front and back, but I'm not too sure if it was because I know some of the times that it was they would follow the children of Israel would follow after other nations, and of course they would fall into sin because they would worship other gods, whatever, and but not all the time. They would probably just stop serving God and whatever. But again, guys, I'm not 100% sure about that. But yeah, I know for a fact that there were many cases where it was because it was, they chose to follow after other nations, whatever. And, yeah, so. But I just wanted to share with y'all guys that thinking. I was meditating on that. So, again, guys, follow the Word of God, read the Word of God. I know you guys have doubts, and God knows that. And He's there for you to help you deal with them, to reason, so, yeah, guys, pray to God, just know that Jesus died for you, and everything has been taken care of on the cross of Jesus Christ. Okay, so I love you guys. I wanted to share with the guys that, and have a good day. Okay.